Hello guys, welcome to another amazing video. In this video we will discuss Pixel 7a versus Galaxy A54, Pixel 6a, which cheap phone should you buy? Buying a more affordable phone doesn't mean getting a frustrating handset with nasty design and slow performance. But which of these phones should you buy to make the best use of your money? I put the three side by side to help you choose. As the most recent phone, it's no surprise that the Pixel 7a is the most expensive, costing $499 directly from Google. It technically replaces the Pixel 6a, though both phones are on the market. The 6a has now been reduced to only $349, and it's been seen for even less with store discounts. Samsung sells the Galaxy A54 5G for $449, slightly undercutting the Pixel 7a but costing a full $100 more than the Pixel 6a. Since its launch in March, though, we've seen it discounted further, as low as $375 on Best Buy, so it's always worth shopping around and seeing if you can save a few more bucks. Display size, quality. At 6.4 inches, the Galaxy A54's display is larger than the 6.1-inch displays of both the Pixel 6a and 7a. During general use, we also found that it appeared brighter, making it easier to read outdoors under sunshine. Though its resolution is marginally higher than that of the Pixel 7a, side by side there's no noticeable difference in terms of sharpness. Processor performance. With its more recent Tensor G2 chip, you might expect the Pixel 7a to be the more powerful model, but on benchmark tests, it actually falls just behind the 6a. It's a marginal difference, though, and during everyday use it isn't something you'd ever notice. Both phones are swift, with smooth navigation, fast-loading apps, and gaming that's handled perfectly well. Both Pixels offer standard and super wide cameras, eschewing the telephoto zoom camera found on the pricier Pixel 7 Pro. The Pixel 7a beats the older 6a with higher resolution sensors, but overall image quality is comparable. Both phones capture shots with great dynamic range, accurate colors and plenty of details. The Galaxy A54 adds a 5-megapixel macro camera to its main and ultra-wide lenses, but beyond the odd novelty close-up shot of a bug, it's pretty redundant. Its main camera has a generous 50-megapixel resolution, but its images are disappointing compared with both Pixel phones. Colors tend to look unnaturally saturated, with high-contrast skies sometimes resulting in blown-out highlights. The main lens also tends to produce quite cold-looking images that dramatically shift to warmer tones when you switch to the ultra-wide lens. Both Pixels, however, do a good job of maintaining color tones when switching between normal and wide views. Though the Galaxy A54 packs a slightly more capacious battery than either of the Pixels, it's slightly larger, and therefore more power-hungry. Display means its overall battery life is roughly on par with its rivals. On my YouTube streaming battery test, it drains slightly faster than the Pixels, but in overall use there's little difference to worry about. If you're careful with your usage and avoid too much video streaming or gaming, then you should be able to get a full day out of any of the phones. All three phones run the latest Android 13 software, and both Google and Samsung promise 5 years of security updates for their phones. As it was launched last year, this will mean that the Pixel 6a will be cut off from support in 2027 while both the Pixel 7a and Galaxy A54 will still be safe to use into 2028. All three phones run the latest Android 13 software, and both Google and Samsung promise 5 years of security updates for their phones. Samsung's Galaxy A54 5G might have longer software support and expandable storage, but it falls behind both Pixel phones in most other respects. The cameras, user interface, processor performance and battery life is better on the Pixel 6a and 7a, and either of those phones is where my money would go. But the Pixel 7a's camera is better and it includes other more recent features like wireless charging, face unlock, and as the more recent phone, it'll receive software updates for longer. But those are expensive extras, given its $150 bigger price tag over the 6a.